Which one do you like? Do you like the remake or the original? If you said the remake, you're stupid and a LARPer. If you say the original, you're stupid and a LARPer. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? Dude, Resident Evil fandom is so fucking miserable. It's actually insane. For some reason, this is a huge issue about like, if you like the remakes, you're a LARPer, you're not a real fan. The same goes for the originals. And I don't know why people just can't accept that one likes one over the other. It's not that hard. You can prefer a game over the other, like I don't mind, right? But other people do. Like if you said, bro, dude, if you said the Resident Evil remake was better than the original, you're a fake fan. You're a LARPer. I understand Resident Evil 3 remake, because Resident Evil 3 remake, it's how do I say this? There's barely anything to do within the game. Like my opinion on the game is that it's too short. Like it's fun, but it's too short. And honestly, if they didn't cut out anything and just made it 1-to-1, I think the remake would be way better than the original. There's not even close. Not even close. RE3 remake, it's fun for what it is, but it's horrible for what it could have been. Like it could have been so fucking good, but then they just I don't know what Capcom decided to do. They just decided to like cut out 70% of the game, which was very unfortunate. Nemesis, I think Nemesis up until he turns into a dog is pretty good in the remake. You could have a little bit more random encounters and less, scripted encounters. But I think he was overall okay. Like, if he was like the original Nemesis, it would have been cool. But the thing is, I hate the dog form of Nemesis in the 3 remake. In the original, he only turns into the dog like at the end of the game. But in the remake, it's like halfway. It's boring as hell. The dog is not fun to fight. It's probably one of the worst fights in Resident Evil. Actually, worst fights in Resident Evil? Nah, I can't say that. There's so many bad fights in Resident Evil. I can't even over exaggerate them. But enough about Resident Evil 3 remake. I'm talking about like 1 remake, 2 remake, and 4 remake, right? I think Resident Evil 1 remake is better than the original, and that's okay. But some people might genuinely say that I'm a fake fan. I don't deserve to play Resident Evil because of that, and I didn't play the games, right? You can prefer a game over the other. It's not a crime, dude. Like, who the hell cares? If you don't like the controls, if you don't like tank controls, I feel like that's a valid reason. I played the original and the remake of Resident Evil 1. I'm not the biggest fan of tank controls. I'd rather just play modern controls. Like, I like them more, but I'm not that nitpicky about the controls. Like, I'll still play it, right? But at the end of the day, I think I would prefer playing a modernized version of Resident Evil remake. I'm not saying Resident Evil remake needs a remake, another remake actually. I'm just saying could be nice. Like, why not? Who cares, right? It's not like it's going away. People think it's gonna get replaced. No, it's not getting replaced. It's still gonna be there on Steam. But if you have a friend or someone in the internet and they say they like playing the remakes over the originals, that's okay. Instead of just calling them a fake fan and saying like they're a LARPer, you could encourage them to play the originals, because there's more stuff in the originals too. For me, I liked Resident Evil 1. I liked the Resident Evil franchise so much, I went back and I played the originals. You should encourage them to play in the originals, but don't don't berate them for not doing so. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you're any less of a fan if you like the remakes instead of the originals. I think that's stupid. That's annoying. It's a single player game. Why gatekeeping? Honestly, don't gatekeep. You should encourage. You should encourage them to play the games. If you do play the originals and you don't like it, that's okay. At least you tried it. But if you play the remakes and then you say the originals are trash, that's a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie. You shouldn't do that. You should at least play the game and then form your own opinion about it. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't like it. And if you don't like it, okay, that's fair game. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know why people are like, yo, if you don't like tank controls, you're smooth brained. You have no brain actually. You're a monkey. You can't do anything, and all you do is play modern slop. That's literally what they say. If you don't like tank controls, you're a fake fan. That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I played Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, and 3, all the original games. I like them, but I think the 2 remake and the 1 remake is better than the originals in like mostly every single way. I feel like the only thing that was missing from RE2 remake was the zapping system, but even then, I feel like that's not that big of a deal. Because overall, I think RE2 remake, it was way better than the original. There's so much more to do in the remake than the original, in my opinion. I feel like the characters are more fleshed out in the remake. And even then, the Resident Evil 2, the original game, I think it was still good. Like it was still a fun experience. I still enjoyed it, and I had a ton of fun. I'm not saying that you shouldn't play those games. I'm just saying that I just prefer the remake over the original. That's literally it. Literally it. Some fans still have an issue with that, which I don't understand why. Like why? So what RE4 remake? Oh my god, people hate RE4 remake. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Like, I feel like, okay, there are some things people may argue about that the remake did worse than the original, but I feel like the original and the remake are very good games in their own rights. Like, both of them are so good, and I think both of them can coexist. For example, I think Ashley was a better character in the remake. The gameplay is more fun in the remake. Parrying is cool, but the original, I feel like the original had funnier characters. Like Leon was in that. Well, Leon's character in RE4 remake, I think it's a bit better than the original, but I do find Leon to be more enjoyable. Like he's more funnier than he's more funnier in the original. But there's so many like flaws and benefits that each version of the game has that I think they're both good in their own right, and I think you should play both of them. You really should. I don't think RE4 remake is a soulless cash grab. People, dude, the Kirby Cat video makes it look like the game is a soulless cash grab, which I just don't think so. A soulless cat. You telling me RE4 remake is the same level as like Concord? Games like those? Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, Capcom put a lot of effort. The developers put a lot of effort in that game. And I think the one game you could say that had like no soul, probably RE3 remake. It's just like they skipped out so much on that game. It could have been so good. But even then, I think RE4 remake and RE4, the original, they're both good games. Play both of them. You can prefer one or the other, but that doesn't mean one or the other is like soulless. Like, soulless is like, having soul is so subjective, because I feel like Capcom put so much effort into the remake. Like, you can't just like exclude that and just say soulless. Like, that's dumb. That's dumb as hell. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. I've heard about the controversy about the Final Fantasy VII remakes, especially Rebirth. I haven't played Final Fantasy, but I am planning to. But the way people talk about the remakes and the originals is like, which one do I play first? Like, dude, I haven't played them, right? But people are just like, people hate the remakes of Final Fantasy. It's crazy, and some people die. Some people would die with the remake, right? So I might just play both Final Fantasy VII and Rebirth. It's pretty funny. Like, the only reason why I've been able to like watch the controversy like burn down is this dude named Sebi Webbs. He's pretty funny. He's pretty entertaining, I won't lie. Some may call him like a jester, but to be honest, he makes the controversy more interesting. Like, without him, I don't think I would even care. Not gonna lie. But even then, go play the games. Don't hate, just play the games. Form an opinion yourself. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.